All right, it's the first of the year. Okay, guys, did you guys make New Year's resolutions last year?
No.
Trey, did you make any?
No, not really a resolution. I do have like focuses.
Oh, okay.
All
right, I like that.
But not necessarily a resolution.
So I made a resolution and I did not even start it. I failed it so miserably.
What was it?
I had this like big elaborate plan to get into this great running shape, and I just didn't do it. And so I was
last year.
Yeah, last year. I was gonna start in January with plans to be like in tip shape for the Dallas Marathon that just went by. And I didn't even start. Well, I eventually started in the summer, like 6 months later, which obviously doesn't even count.
Worst months.
Yeah, I know. I'm just the worst. So what about this year? Are you guys gonna make them this year?
No, I don't think I've ever made a New
You never
Year's
made your okay.
resolution.
Trey, you got your focuses this year?
Yes.
Anything you share with it? I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to pry.
It's fine. So last year I started like working out like really heavy.
Okay, cool. That's great.
This year I want to like increase that.
Nice.
And then also network.
And you actually did it? Like you followed through?
Like last year
I need you to help me, bro. Like I made this big plan and I didn't do anything. It was embarrassing.
I mean, it's I don't know. I kind of enjoy working out a little bit. It's very therapeutic.
I used to love it. I used to do it all the time and now I just don't and I'm just terrible. But
that's probably my biggest one though.
Well, I want to do a segment since I'm so bad at this and how to keep New Year's resolutions. This is something that I definitely need help on, and a lot of people actually too, because New Year's resolutions are insanely popular. Like a little less than 50%. I think like 40 to 50% of Americans make New Year's resolutions every year. But when you look at the data on do they actually keep them, the answer is overwhelmingly no. As I am a classic case of that. And so I just wanted to like maybe touch base and we can just have like a little discussion on New Year's resolutions and what are the most popular ones and how to keep them. So did you guys know where this originated, New Year's resolutions? I think we talked about it one time a long time ago. So it actually originated in ancient Babylonia.
Okay.
They had this whole thing where at the beginning of the year they would it was like settle debts and just like get everything right for the new year and plan for the new year. And then ancient Rome had a similar tradition. And so this has been going on for thousands of years throughout human history.
Was it always in January though?
No, not always, because the Babylonians actually, their new year started in like March or something.
Yeah, that's what I saw on Instagram, because like the days of the month, I mean not the names of the month, like October is supposed to be the 8th month. Like November.
Oh, right. Yeah.
9.
Okay. Yeah. That's like one of the ancient calendars. Yeah.
So it's
well,
like
in January,
New Year's is supposed to be springtime when everything's coming back to life. So
right.
I've always thought that was kind of.
Oh yeah, that is
that
true.
Makes
I don't
so much
know
more
who
sense.
made up the current calendar system.
It was
I know
Julius
that,
Caesar.
I know that, and
that's what the internet told me.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is like diving deep into my memory banks. If I remember correctly, January is named after the Roman god Janus, Janius, I believe, which was like new beginnings. It's like the god of like looking forward and looking back, and that all tied in with their whole resolution system. I remember reading that like a long time ago. So, yes. I don't know where I assume, is this the Roman calendar that we're using now? Does anyone know?
Julius Caesar, yeah.
Is that correct?
I don't know.
Trey, I'm going to go to you, man. Not that I don't trust you, Sarah. I'm just I don't want to like give people the wrong information.
Instagram told me.
I'm not sure, but I did hear that the new year actually starts in April. Is what like people say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can start my resolution in 3 months.
Yeah. When you said the 6
There's
months.
a buffer time.
I was only 3 months behind.
Yeah, only like 3 months.
Okay. All right. Very good.
There's a buffer. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Trey, your focuses or resolutions, how you want to is actually the most popular. Health and fitness is number one. So, so like working out, eating healthy, dieting, decreasing alcohol and smoking, losing weight. That's by far the most popular. Then financial ones like saving money, getting out of debt, cutting up your credit cards. Personal growth ones like learning new skills and hobbies. I think that's a great one, honestly. I think that, I don't know, that's the one that attracts me. It's like, I'm going to pick up a new hobby, although I have too many hobbies as it is. Reading more, organized, managing stress. And then what's interesting is some of the newer resolutions. So like for, I guess, millennials and Gen Zs, some of them are different than what I would think of. So decreased screen time.
Yeah. Yep.
Stepping away from social media. Like these are things I wouldn't think of. Being environmentally conscious. and being mindful and working on mental health.
Yeah.
So that's some of the newer resolutions that people do. And I think that's great. I mean, it's interesting. People just have these different kind of viewpoints. Those are not ones that I would personally think of at just being like a Gen Xer. So anyway, I want to talk about how to succeed with New Year's resolutions. And so I have the cheat sheet here, but what do you guys think? Like, if you were going to set a resolution, Sarah and Trey, and you were going to make sure it happened, what would be like the first thing you would do?
Attainable.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that.
sure.
That's it. That's actually one of the top ones. You don't want to make like if I say, and I'm going to tell you my New Year's resolution for real. I'm going to get in shape this year. Like it's going to happen.
I believe it.
I'm gonna work with you after the show, Trey. You're going to help me figure out how I'm going to do this. Well, do you too, Sarah? Because like you obviously know.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarah
I'm
is
gonna
the
go.
key.
I'm working out today
I
at
know.
5:30.
I know.
Where are you at?
There we go.
I don't know. I'm
be
gonna
doing-
get
I'm
it
gonna
done.
be doing
I'm gonna make a
burpees,
plan. I'm gonna come back.
push-ups,
It won't be next week.
pull-ups.
It won't be next week. But in 2 weeks when we reconvene, I'm gonna have a plan
Okay.
for what I'm gonna do, and you guys hold me to it.
You should.
Okay.
You should just join my CrossFit gym.
You live so far away from me,
Oh, I guess so. You live in. Yeah.
like south of Denton. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you live at this address.
Yeah, I live at. I'm sure people can find my address online if they want. I don't think they want to show up. I have big dogs, but okay. Yeah, obtainable goal. That's like very, very important. If you're going to make a New Year's resolution, like before I derailed myself, I was going to say I'm not going to make a New Year's resolution to, run a 4-minute mile.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be just silly. Because it's unobtainable, I'm much less likely to actually do that. Setting specific goals.
Yeah, like a plan.
Yeah, a plan. Have you guys ever heard of the SMART framework?
Uh-huh.
We've talked about it at one
They
point.
teach that in like
Like
they
business
teach that
school?
at my job that I work at.
Oh,
the
do they?
SMART method. Yeah.
Okay,
Whenever
great.
you're doing like setting goals and.
It's not something that's in medicine a lot, so it was new to me when I learned about it. But it's the SMART framework is for accomplishing goals. It's be specific, that's the S, measurable, M, achievable, that was the one you said, relevant to you, because that means you're more likely to do it, and then time bound, like you said, time
Yeah.
deadlines. Sorry, I had a stroke. You set time goals so that you can I was trying to think of a word and I just couldn't come to me. So that it will keep you on track to do that. Breaking these goals into smaller steps is important. So I'm going to do everything as if it was me doing it, like running, for example. So for example, if I would say I want to reach like a certain time, like goal in running, like do it. Like, what do I want to do in January? What do I want to do by the end of
Yeah, like what is your goal for January?
Yes.
What's your goal for
Yeah,
February?
you're much more
for the
likely
time?
to accomplish it when you see it as small, obtainable goals that build up to a larger goal.
Yeah.
Writing things down, which I'm super terrible about.
Journaling about it.
Yeah, journal, that's right. Yeah, I don't really do journals very often. I do have like some...
There's guided journals you can buy. Like I bought one for my daughter.
Oh, really?
And it like asks you questions about your day to where you don't have to just like
Really?
look at a blank piece of paper and it says, "Dear journal," like "Dear diary." Like you don't have to
So
do
it's
that.
like it's just like a
and it's
personal
like different.
journal?
Yeah, it's different
Oh,
every
that's
day,
really
and
cool.
it's like, what was the best part of your day? Like one pages, and then the next day is
That's
like.
interesting. Does she
what-
actually use it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's super. She'll love that when she gets older. That's
Yeah.
really cool. All right, building a plan. Make a roadmap. Set your deadlines. Set one goal at a time. That's an important one. Like if you're trying to accomplish this, and these are all kind of very similar, but they all are important. When you're trying to accomplish a larger goal, focus on the first step.
Yeah.
Like, what's the first step in me obtaining this dream of winning the Dallas Marathon? Well, I actually have to start for one. So make that the first
You
one.
have to
and
pick
then,
a running day.
yeah, that's right. Make it a daily habit. That's
Yeah.
that's the next one. Make it part of your routine. Whatever goal it is that you want to accomplish, just make it part of your daily routine and set aside time to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Anticipate challenges, meaning, okay, I want to start running. It's going to be cold soon. I better make sure I have good running gear because I sure ain't going to get out there if it's 20 degrees in shorts.
Sometimes what helped me a lot with working out every day is buying workout clothes.
Yes, that's great, and that's not even one I have on my list. But if you I guess if you make an investment into
Yes.
your goal, then it'll almost push you to
Yeah, like
to
go
do it.
out and buy the protein, like buy like all of the health things you need, and buy
Yeah.
the outfits, the cute outfits, girls.
I can buy cute outfits.
and like nice shoes and stuff, and get excited about going to the gym.
Yes. Yep.
It helps. I
think
get
that's great,
excited
and
to
that's
wear
one-
my new outfits whenever I like go to the gym.
And that's one that I didn't even have on my list here and I actually researched, a lot of articles on this, and that's a great point, Sarah, that if you're going to try to accomplish a goal, I guess what would be the way to say is get invested. If you invest in it, then you're more likely to do it.
Yeah.
Rewarding progress.
Yeah.
Reward yourself when you meet these smaller goals. And then I have the very bottom. This is for me. It says start now.
Yes.
Like do it.
Don't start on a Monday.
Yeah, don't start on
when you
Monday.
have that initiative.
Start today.
Yeah.
And I think another big one too that is not always mentioned is seeking help. You go to CrossFit. I'm sure your fellow CrossFitters hold you accountable and like,
Yeah,
oh, you're
I'll
gonna
get
be
messages like,
yeah,
where are you?
Where are you? What happened? Right.
Yeah.
You're doing things right, Sarah. You too, Trey. I'm like the only loser on the team here who can't get. Who
You
can't.
need to join like a running club.
I should join a running club.
I bet there's.
I'm gonna
I
be
bet
honest
you
with
could
you,
look
like,
at Facebook and find.
For me, my
one.
biggest thing is time.
I was about to say, like, lifestyle plays a really big part into it because you have like a lot on your plate too at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
that's the harder thing is I just have to do it when I can find time. And then what ends up happening honestly in the winter is I leave at dark and I get home at dark. And I don't like
not
running on a
fun.
treadmill. I'm gonna fix this though. I'm gonna start. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna come back with my plan.
Okay.
And you guys are gonna be blown away.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Sarah, do you believe it?
Yeah, I think he can do it. He
Absolutely.
just
I can
has to.
do it.
He's just gonna have to have like a plan.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
lock in.
gonna get a plan. I'm gonna lock
He's-
in.
yeah,
gotta
you
lock
can't
in.
just be like, I'm gonna run. I think. on
I really,
these
it's
days.
funny.
It
I
has to
ran
be
in
like,
the Dallas
I am.
Marathon a few weeks ago without having run in like literally months because
Yeah.
I just got busy, and I honestly loved it. I was just like, I miss competing. I used to run in races all the time.
Yeah.
I won a 5K, and it was not a big town, but I was like first overall in a 5K. It's probably 15 years ago. I was kind of in my prime at that point.
Yeah.
But I was running against like high school kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was in a small town. I think it was like Justin or.
You just got to get your body back adjusted to it.
I know,
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
That's all.
My body's gonna be like, "What are you doing? This is not right."
It's okay.
And then you're definitely gonna need to be eating breakfast.
I know. I'm definitely gonna have to eat.
Thanks.